Good morning, Night City! Yesterday's body count lottery rounded out to a solid and sturdy 30. 10 out.
Bro, Dortmund is going to the Champions League final? Dude, when has Dortmund ever been that good? Like, bro. What's up? Hope you're having a good evening so far. Let me get this. I'm talking about European soccer. Of course, Real Madrid made it again, but like, Real Madrid makes it to the Champions League final like every fucking year, practically. So, I guess no surprise there. But yeah, dude, like, Dortmund? Is this the first time they have ever made a Champions League final? Because I sure as shit don't know of any time they've ever made it. Alright, man, well... So I recently found out on this game that doing the Takuru quest chain is not enough to reach the end of this game. There's like a whole other quest chain that you have to complete as well. And so I am doing that quest chain right now. Hold on a sec. Okay. Alright, so let's see, what am I doing here? Yeah, it's this automatic love quest chain. So, yeah. Alright. You received a transfer from unknown. Okay. You know, this Night City would actually be like really cool aesthetically if it wasn't for like ads just being plastered like all over the fucking place. I mean, that's literally the only thing that keeps it from being like really cool, like aesthetically.
Where we know what you're looking for. Would you care to jack into the terminal?
Looking for Evelyn Parker. She work here?
Give me a moment. Evelyn's not available at this time.
Need to see her. It's important.
The algorithm knows best. Trust me, it will choose a doll that will thrill you. Our dolls can change their hair and eye color in real time to look just as you wish.
Kind of like a VTuber.
I'm not a customer.
Well, all the more reason to be excited. There's a first time for everyone at Clouds. It's no reason to dawdle. All you need to do is jack in. We'll create your personal profile and you'll be good to go.
Uh-oh, here comes Johnny.
I'm sorry, did she finally say anything useful? Fuck the menu, let's ditch this waitress and take our special order to the chef, point blank.
You know why I'm here.
How could you possibly know what I'm looking for?
Clouds always knows. Your deepest desire, we find it. You'll have your needs fulfilled, and maybe much more. Less is not a word we use around here.
What is doopy time? I don't know what that is.
All right, let's do this.
This will be a live session, so events may take an unexpected turn. But don't quit if you feel uncomfortable. You could miss out on something truly remarkable. If you feel unready to handle what comes next, you can interrupt the session immediately. Now for your safe word.
Samurai.
And saved. Now, bear with me a moment. Scanning your personal profile. You should see compatible dolls in just a second.
Are you nervous, Ox? Sky Angel.
2 matches. Interesting.
Is that normal or...
Who can say what is normal? You're clearly a unique person with unique tastes. Our system can handle it. So who will it be? Angel or Sky?
Well, I'm not going for the dude, so...
Rather go with Sky.
I couldn't have chosen better myself. Now for the payment, and you'll venture into the clouds.
$500. It's chump change for me.
There you go.
And the payments come through.
The entire floor is open to you if you wish to wind down first.
Sky awaits you in booth 9. Disconnect, please.
That it?
We have a strict no weapons policy here at Clouds.
Yeah, of
Please
course.
deposit any and all hazardous items with me.
Yeah, you get matched with 2. Be like a threesome.
Only 2 willing to spread their legs for you. Sad.
Don't worry,
Go eat a
all
dick,
your
Johnny.
grown-up toys will be safe with us.
Yeah, fuck Johnny.
We hope you enjoy your stay.
Why are we here again? Well, he's looking for this girl named Evelyn Parker, and I guess he thinks that she works at this place.
Guess that makes you a real deviant.
What? Yeah, well, I'm just gonna ignore Johnny. Seems like the best thing to do.
Hi, I'm Sky. And And you must be...
So fuck random cyber
Vincent?
prostitute. Vincent.
Welp, looks like this'll be interesting.
So, V, you're dying.
Oh, am I supposed to like say the safe word if I like get too uncomfortable? Is that the deal?
Silent. Why?
How'd you know I'm dying?
Deep inside, you fear this. Cower before it.
So what if I do? Why do you care?
Of all the voices in your head, the loudest is that calling for help. Look around. All of this is your doing.
There's something in those mirrors. Okay,
Well,
whatever.
there was someone named Evelyn Parker. Used to work here. Know her? Know where she is?
You need answers. That's clear. Just not the ones you think you need.
Asked you a simple question.
Evelyn Parker. Not the most important thing you're looking for, is she? I can smell your fear. You're afraid of something else.
Just answer my question. Tell me where Evelyn is. Don't have time for a debate. Why'd the manager say she doesn't work here anymore? When was Evelyn last here? You know anything?
Evelyn had her own story before it collided with yours. But I know you'll find her. You always get your way.
So why does she sound like one of those tarot readers?
Think you know me well? Okay. Tell me what I'm so afraid of.
It's something you don't talk about.
Everybody's entitled to secrets. Got my own with good reason, too.
Say it. Say it out loud. Not for me, but for yourself. Silent.
Had a true
Why?
friend once. Now he's gone. Soon I'll be gone too. Except, won't have anyone by my side.
Everything you need, you already carry inside you. You're scared because you've given up on your dreams. What happened to becoming the
You
best
hate V's
in all of
ERP
Night
voice.
City?
Still want to be the best. Never gave up on that goal. Chances of getting there is starting to look pretty slim, though. I just want the world to know that I was here. That I mattered.
Instead of a dream, you're living a nightmare. You're afraid of being erased, as if you never existed. Or is it just the fear of becoming someone else? Different? Silent. Why?
The void freaks me out. Kind of. Is she?
People I've lost live on in my thoughts. And that's what I'll be. A memory. Or just an annoying little voice in someone else's head.
You don't see death as destruction, the end, but as a change.
Whoa.
That thought alone could save
This
your
is
life.
becoming like ASMR now.
I'm afraid of becoming someone else. Forgetting who I am.
You're already becoming someone else. Every second of every day.
Still, I feel a connection between who I was and who I'm turning into.
What you really fear is becoming someone you don't recognize in the least.
So what now?
Now, you find out what it is you need to
You're gonna tell me?
You've never backed down from anything in your life. Even when you maybe should have. You go through Night City knowing a stray bullet could end you while hailing a cab. But that's never stopped you from taking action. Going where you needed to go. And it won't stop you now.
But how do I keep up with everything that's changing?
You have been keeping up. You've made an impact. Not a single thing in this world isn't in the process of becoming something else. Likewise, you never look back. If you gotta kill, kill. If you gotta burn it all to the ground, then let it burn.
Thanks, for all this. Jeez. Don't even feel like getting up.
Few do.
Yeah, this actually is ASMR.
Samurai.
Oh, what's going on? Goddamn thing threw me out.
Wait,
Need to talk to you.
wait, what?
Talk? You pulled the emergency brake, ripped me out just to talk? What happened? I do something wrong?
Evelyn Parker. What do you know about her?
Yeah, I'm not that into ASMR
much.
either, really.
Everyone's got their own booths, their own problems, their own little bubbles. It's a fragile ecosystem. People like you barge in, violate it, try to rearrange. No.
You gotta help me. Please. I'm no threat, but she could be in trouble. Just want to talk to her, find out if she's okay.
In case you haven't noticed, doll work's not the most secure job in the world. One day you're in, the next you're out, and maybe gone.
Anything out of the ordinary happen here lately?
Fine. Heard a customer did a number on her. But that's all I know. Shit like that happens around here way more often than anybody'd care to admit. You ought to ask Tom. Two of them were inseparable, gossiping for hours on end.
Who's Tom?
A doll, like the rest of us. What do you think, an XBD star?
Where'll I find him?
VIP area. Booth 2, I think.
Thanks. See? You turned out to be useful after all.
Damn. Okay. Well, that was interesting.
Not bad, but it would be much better real. I would eat those thighs.
What do you mean, real? She's all ones and zeros.
Do you mean I can ask her to do anything? Literally anything?
Ask? It's not about asking, man. Just gotta be programmed.
As establishments fuck sideways go, this one takes the whole damn pie. Hear that?
At least I would hear no laments about pain. It hurts. It hurts.
It's a hologram. What's so hard to get?
Let me have my fantasies.
Not like you know how to hack it, so why don't we just shut up and enjoy the show?
I can't get in? What's that mean? I'm here every motherfucking what?
Hold on, I'm gonna text my brother real quick. old Alien game. Oh, Cyber Strippers?
You're not authorized to access the
I mean,
VIP area.
Oh, yes, I am.
they're
No,
in a
sir,
lot
you're
of
not.
stuff.
You can take it up with
I
the
mean,
manager.
No,
pretty
dog.
much
I'm taking it up with
every,
you.
like,
Here, now. You got any idea who I
cyberpunkish
am?
movie has them.
There a problem?
This conk don't
Blade
understand that I've got a
Runner.
right to be in there.
All that stuff.
From what I can see, your VIP membership has been revoked.
Say what now?
Please stay calm, sir. Or we're gonna have to escort you outside. No shortage of wise asses.
I'll see. You going back upstairs?
Piss first.
Looks like we're going for forcing it open. Oh, fuck. That's right, I don't have any fucking weapons. Goodbye. Oh, yeah.
Not bad, but it would be much better real. I would eat those thighs.
I can't get in? What's that mean? I'm here every motherfucking week.
You're not authorized to access the VIP area.
Oh, yes, I am.
No, sir, you're not. You can take it up with the manager.
No, dog. I'm taking it up with you. Here, now. You got any idea who I am? This conk don't understand that I've got a right to be in there.
From what I can see, your VIP membership has been revoked.
Alright. 7A. BD. BD 5. 5. Nope. Okay, that's not gonna work. 7A, BD. BD. Let's see. Damn. Okay. 7A, BD. Fuck. Okay. Digital Circus Part 2.
Say what now?
Please stay.
Wait. So what does that do?
Fuck! Almost pissed myself.
Okay, I got a knife. Wait, I have... Bro, I literally have to fucking equip this shit. Okay, hold on. Jeez. Bro. Oh, I got an access card. Nice. Okay, hold on. So I got a shotgun. Got a pistol. Bro, I have 100. Suck my cock. I got fucking health. What the fuck is wrong with this shit? Take cover? Well, the dude was like right in my face. What good was that gonna do?
Please stay calm, sir. We're gonna have to escort you outside.
Oh, okay, whatever. Bro, what the fuck? That dude like comes like right as I'm trying to... one C, 50. Oh wait, 1C, 1C. FF. Oh shit, there's like this whole fucking deal out here? Okay. Never mind. Oh, can't go in there.
What now? Your VIP membership has been revoked. Please stay calm, sir. Or we're gonna have to escort you outside.
Man, there ain't nothing in here. Fuck.
This first.
Okay, so that got me a access card. Hold on.
What was that?
Okay. Zane news? Nope. Ain't nothing. Haven't heard anything from him. Well, how am I supposed to distract this guy? Right, then there's this dude.
better keep this short and sweet. Too brainwashed.
Hi. I think something might have gone wrong here. Not really sure, don't have your details? Sorry, no idea what I'm supposed to do. You sure you're
I need to get in touch with Evelyn Parker. It's important.
You and me both. Tried calling her a bunch of times. No luck.
You mean to say she's not here?
She had an accident. Needed to go to a special clinic in Osaka. Or Oslo. I think it was Oslo. For a new faceplate.
Which was it? Osaka or Oslo?
Oslo. Yeah, definitely Oslo.
Tell you herself she was skipping town?
Nah, just didn't show up for work. Wasn't picking up either, so I asked Woodman what was up. Told me she left, like I said.
Woodman, who is he?
Mr. Forrest. But everybody calls him Woodman. Never really known why.
Okay, Mr. Forrest then. What's his thing?
He's kinda like our caretaker. Finds new talent, deals with ugly situations.
Got it.
Could it be Woodman finally shed some light on this shit show? Man can only dream. The skull sponges in these dolls. Ugh. That's what they should be replacing.
Actually, not totally sure I even need to be hiding from these people.
You really think they remember nothing?
Well, that's the whole point. They're not supposed to remember. Not a smidge.
Okay, now I think we're... You have got to be shitting me.
I see. Of course I'm in. Yeah, I have that bike. I know it.
Shard. Okay.
Hey, who's there? Fuck it. My pocket.
Oh, that's right. I never fucking got anything. The hell? Dude, he fucking disappeared. Okay. Whatever. interesting glitch when your enemies just like, okay. Well, I guess I can't do that. The fuck? Hot dog, okay. Why is it? I don't understand. It says I'm supposed to go there, but then, like, nothing happens. Okay, I don't understand what I'm supposed to do here. I don't think I want to go back out there.
Bouncer schedule.
Something spooked them. Right there, see that? 2 a.m. they hauled every last security man to the club. Looks like they called Tiger Claws for backup, too.
Who are you? What do you want?
Chill, keep calm. I'm looking for a girl.
Okay, Cap. Interesting word choice for someone who plowed through, massacring all along the way.
Things got out of hand, I'll admit. But cooperate, and no one else will get hurt.
I don't negotiate with terrorists.
Well, aren't you the king of fuck-ups?
You're not helping. Now what?
Hell, why don't you just scan the truth from his gray, lifeless eyes? Or scour his comp?
That just might work.
Sold her off to a Ripper.
Ship was busted. Could have sent her to get it patched up.
A Ripper named Fingers in a back alley for hookers. Sounds like a Joy Toy's wet dream. Well, aren't you the king of fuck-ups?
You're not helping. Now what?
Hell, why don't you just scan the truth from his gray, lifeless eyes? Or scour his comp?
That just might work.
Sold her off to a Ripper.
Ship was busted. Could have sent her to get it patched up.
A Ripper named Fingers in a back alley for hookers. Sounds like a Joy Toy's wet dream.
Left her purse.
Could have had more than one.
All the shit's in it, though. Must have left in a hurry. Tiger Claw's moonlight is peeping Toms. They always got eyes in their dolls. Know what goes on in these boots. Then, data mine the behavioral chips.
Saw that twist coming a mile away.
Had a hunch. Still, wonder if it's for their own use or for sale. And who'd be buying.
Come out alone. We won't hurt you.
Looks familiar.
What's that?
Evelyn's jacket. It's crumpled like a tissue. Must have been here a while.
there really no other way to get out of here? Shit. Didn't look like it. I mean, you can't go in that elevator. Fuck. Alright. Okay. That's, yeah. That wasn't even the enemy that I wanted to distract. Yeah, I mean, there's no way to get past this guy without him seeing me. Effective range. Okay, yeah, the assault rifle's better. Nice.
Not like this! Oh.
What? Dude, it took you half an hour to take a shit?
I'm required to return your weapons. Even though I'd rather not. Hey, I don't know anything. I just work here.
Of course. Okay. No, I haven't found her yet. I'm still in the club. I don't know, do I want to switch weapons here? I mean, all three of these weapons are pretty badass. Not sure if I really want to switch any weapons.
So hold on. You take a blow-up doll, remote.
Nice work back there. Ever thought of applying for the diplomatic corps?
No. Well...
You think Fingers got her? Think we'll find her there?
V, if I could see that far, I wouldn't be a fucking ghost on a chip in a corpse's head right now.
Hard to understand?
Me, right. No feeling going on, no thinking, no awareness. Might as well be latex. Masturbation.
Never played Half-Life. Only Half-Life game I played is that one, that Alex for VR. That's the only one.
Who?
Hey V, you alright?
Okay.
Fuck! At the bio ship.
Of course it's the damn chip. My silverhandosis is clearly incubating.
That a pointed finger I hear in your voice?
Fuck!
That was your ticker. Sit and rest. Don't need you flatlining while we got a job to do.
Blah, blah, blah. Fuck Arasaka, blah, blah, smash Mikoshi.
You really are turning into me.
Can't say I'm excited, because you're a manipulator, an egotist, and a cynic. Every time you open your mouth, you gotta bury someone.
You know, we get along as the need arises. Maybe it's time you started trusting me more.
Got no idea where I'm going. Be a living legend. That's all I wanted. Feels like I'm barely surviving.
Test of a person's true value? Death. Facing it. Staring it down. You still got a chance to be somebody.
Let's move. Get back to work.
Let's do.
The space in between. Okay. That was a good place to stop. Alright. Oh, whoops. Didn't mean to do that. Okay, yeah, just overwrite this. Alright. Go ahead and switch over to Chaos Child. Okay, my stream crapped out for a second there. Sorry about that. Although it wasn't anything I fucking did, but you know. Yeah. Alright, I'm gonna grab some water real quick, so I'll be right back. I'm gonna grab some water real quick, so I'll be right back. Alright. Alright, so I actually didn't
自主映画特別棟2階視聴覚室でやってます。100円です。パンフレットタダで配布してます。
So I actually didn't stream yesterday because I was watching a basketball game. But the day before that, I streamed Chaos Child for over 2 hours, and the entire, well, almost the entire 2 hours, we were still on the same day that we had been on for the previous like 2 or 3 streams like prior to that. We only just now reached the 10th. So let's see. Pretty much a whole lot of nothing happened. Kurusu showed up out of the blue at school and decided to ask Takuru a whole bunch of questions and shit, and basically made it sound like she had set this whole deal up with the club getting disbanded and having to help the student council and all that shit just for the goal of getting Takuru to not care as much about the ongoing Shibuya cases. So yeah, I don't know, dude. Kurusu is like some fucked up mastermind, apparently. And the worm mystery was solved. Yeah, and Kazuki ate some more dried squid. Yeah. Oh yeah, and then like that fucking Kawasawa dude or whatever his name is, he like apologized, although I put that in quotes because Kurusu put him up to apologizing to Takuru. And then they like spent the night in the club room. So it was like a 2-guy, 2-girl sleepover, with the 2 girls being Serika and Kazuki. And there was like this really crazy delusion with like Serika and Kazuki doing like basically lesbo things to each other. And oh yeah, and then there was like a scene where like some of his classmates were like asking him all about that interview that's coming up that he's supposed to have with that Warasu or whatever that guy, the journalist's name is. Yeah, and then there also, yeah, like while they were staying the night in the club room, yeah, Takuru got like this weird phone call. Trying to remember what even he heard something, didn't he? I'm trying to remember. Shit. Oh yeah, he like heard that sound, like it was in a pattern that he identified as being the exact same pattern that he heard the knocking while he was investigating the Love Hotel. Yeah, so that's right. Yeah, that's right. Takuru doesn't even have his phone, so he couldn't have gotten the call. But yeah, it was Ito's phone, and he got the call from Takuru's phone, which is in the possession of, I guess, those 2 weirdos, the old shriveled up lady and the lolly. So, yeah. And that's about it. So he basically stopped right at the beginning of the school festival here, so.
9時半から屋上のテニスコートでコメディテニスします。
Comedy tennis. Okay. I ignored the advertisements and headed to my destination. After that, Ito had picked up the smartphone and called the number back, but no one had picked up. There was only the message that played when you shut off your service. The customer has requested that this number be temporarily disabled. We talked for a while, but none of us had any good ideas. Imagine sleeping on fucking cardboard boxes. Japanese people, man. By 3 a.m., we'd settled on participating in the culture festival like normal, and then laid down on our desks to get some sleep. But I couldn't sleep. I was too nervous. In the end, I didn't get a wink of sleep, and was only half awake for the opening ceremony and final check of the class's video. In the morning, I'd passed Arimura in the hallway. She had the smile on her face that she wore when she was with her friends. That only made me more nervous, and I was still nervous right now. I didn't yawn even once. I could see Sarika patrolling the stalls near the gate through the open doors of the school. Come to think of it, she'd said she hadn't slept well either. If someone with her appetite was ignoring all the tasty treats for sale at the food stalls, she must have been telling the truth. Sarika had made contact with them at the hospital, too. How were they able to call when I'd shut off my phone? No, I should stop thinking about it. I'd asked myself all these questions already. Why had they called Ito? How were they able to? Was there a reason they called right at the start of the day of the new generation madness? Should I go to the police? But would they believe me? And I hadn't come up with answers to any of those questions. I could hear loud murmurs in the distance.
Oi, 裏門の方、渡部来てるらしいぜ。マジかよ、行ってみようぜ。
He was early. The meeting was supposed to be at 1 o'clock p.m. Oh, wait. He was going to do an article on the culture festival itself, right?
Taku, 行かないの?
At some point, Sarika had walked up behind me. Was she on patrol?
どうせ後で会うんだし、別にいいよ。And suddenly she got very close to me.
元気が足りないな。もしかしてまだ昨日のあれ気にしてる？
そりゃそうだろ。
I'd be crazy not to be thinking about it.
というか、お前だってさっきまで暗い顔してたじゃないか。
When I'd seen her just a second ago, she looked really glum. But for some reason, she looked better now. She looked surprised that I'd seen her, and then...
それはそうだけど、でもさ、だったら何かが起きる前に私たちが解決すればいいじゃんって。5人で仲良く真実を追求し解決するのが新聞部のモットーでしょ。
Like a Kurasu's ever gonna buy into that shit. I'd never heard that motto before.
タクならできるって。
Ugh. After giving me a completely baseless motivational speech, she went back to her patrol.
タクならできるってか。
タクル、もう事件なんか追わないって約束して。帰ってきなさい。手伝ってほしいことたくさんあるの。
For now, I needed to get through this interview. First, there was the video to talk about, and then the sumo sticker with the different face. It would be great if I could ask Watabe what that meant, too. I took a deep breath and started to go over the interview in my head.
来ないね。渡部さん、どうしちゃったのかな。
It was already 1:15 p.m. The interview was supposed to start at 1 p.m. Everyone had heard that Watabe, the famous journalist, was going to be here. The audience's seats in the gym were packed. There were even people standing. Everyone in the newspaper club except Kurisu had arrived, and we were waiting below the stage. All the preparations were complete, but there was no sign of Watabe himself.
控え室にはいたんだろう。1時間くらい前かな。挨拶してきた。
何やってんだ？緊張してトイレか？
それは僕だ。
は？
ここだけの話、さっきからトイレばっかり行ってる。やっぱり僕には無理だ。こんな大勢の前で対談なんて。
今さらなんだよ、お前。
Sure, but I couldn't help but be nervous. I wasn't any good at dealing with crowds or people I didn't know. But now I was gonna have to deal with both. Take the hint.
よし、伊藤、部長の座を譲る。お前が仕切ってくれ。
アホか。
Ito laughed away an offer that I had made in all seriousness. He stood up from his chair.
それにしても遅えな。みんな待ちくたびれてるじゃん。生徒会は何してんだ？
Watabe was supposed to be getting the VIP treatment, and it was the student council's job to take care of him. But with Kurisu gone, they were probably having a hard time keeping up with all their work. From what I'd heard, without Kurisu there to keep the peace, fights and arguments were breaking out everywhere. That only went to show how much everyone relied on her.
方ねえな。ちょっと呼んできてやるか。
あ、しんちゃん待って、私も行くよ。
あ、おい。
Don't leave me and Kazuki here alone. Neither of us are capable of talking to anyone. What if Watabe came while they were gone? What would we do then? But Serika and Ito went off to the waiting room without us. This was a problem.
あれれ、まだ始まってないんすね。
え？
先輩、チャオス。
Oh, it was just Arimura. Come to think of it, she'd asked me to ask Watabe about that picture.
ずいぶん遅いですね。
はい。今迎えに行ってるけど。そうだ、有村さん、聞こうと思ってたんですけど。
なんすか？
画像のことについて渡部さんを追求してほしいんですよね。その画像ってラブホテルの力士シールのことでしょ。それには僕たちも興味を持ってるんですけど、有村さんはどこまで知ってるんですか？あれのこと。
Arimura looked serious for just a moment, but then she grinned.
情報量は高くつくぜ、あんちゃんよ。
お金取るんですか？
当たり前よ。キャッシュで5000万スイス銀行に振り込んでくんな。クックック。
No, dude. No. She just did the kukuku laugh just like Kobito Hasegawa. Oh my god.
小学生みたいなこと言ってないで本気で教えてください。渡部さんにはうまく質問しますから。だから僕らにも情報を。
ねえ先輩。
はい。
何度も言ってますけど、私に敬語はいりませんよ。改めてくれるまでずっと言い続けますからね。
はい。
She changed the subject. Arimura was incredibly interested in Watabe's picture of the sumo sticker. Did she think that if I questioned him about it, she might gain some valuable information? I considered this as I watched her twin tails bounce in the air. And then suddenly, the curtain on the stage began to rise. I could start to see the bottom of the lectern and the chairs.
ねえ、始まっちゃいますよ。伊藤先輩たちは？
There was no message from the student council, and we had no idea what to do as we watched the curtain rise.
やっとかよ、おい。遅えよ、渡部。
渡部さん。
As the curtain rose, the gym was filled with the cheers and boos of the students.
人、おのえ、何してんだよ。早く戻ってこいって。
あれ？
Suddenly, Arimura spoke.
どうしたの？
見てください。なんか変です。
She pointed to the stage. I looked up toward it.
Huh?
Watabe had come up the stairs backstage and was walking toward the podium. But he was staggering and struggling to stay up, and he looked like he was in pain. There was thick sweat on his forehead, and something that looked like drool was dripping down from his lips. But what was even stranger was his stomach. How to describe it? The spot between his ribs and his hips, right where his stomach and intestines would be, was all swollen up. You heard the word beer belly a lot, but it was worse than that. It was as if someone had stuck a giant rubber ball under his shirt. The students saw this and started to whisper. Their voices grew louder and louder. Bro, what the fuck? His moans grew louder as he reached the center of the stage. Just listening to them was enough to make you go crazy.
なんですかあれ？なんなんですか？
わからない。
The whole gym, including the three of us, started to get louder. The students' screams echoed in my ears. Some people were trampled in the mad dash for the exits. But as everyone else was panicking, Arimura and I stood there in silent shock.
あれは
Something was pouring out of Watabe's mouth, mixed with his blood and stomach fluids. It had a face. Of course, it wasn't Watabe's face. It was something we'd seen many times before. What was it? I knew it well, but it took me a few seconds to understand. And then... Dude, what the fuck?
力士シール
Arimura began to scream, her voice joining the cacophony created by the other screaming students. In an unused classroom in Hekiho Academy.
何もないところですいませんが、ここでお待ちいただけますか？
いえ、早く来てしまったのはこちらですから。
Watabe bowed, and the man who had led him here from the teacher's office bowed back. Then the man left the room. He'd forgotten the man's name as soon as he'd heard it. All he remembered was that he was a typical high school teacher, with somewhat delicate features. That was all Watabe thought he needed to know.
かし、なんでもねえところだな。
He'd heard that Hekiho was famous, but once he'd gotten inside, he found that it was just a normal high school, maybe a little cleaner than most. He'd seen a TV crew from some station interviewing a student on his way here, but he couldn't imagine there was anything worth asking one.
まあ、多少は見どころのある奴らもいるみたいだが。
Since his ostensible reason for being here was to do an article on the Culture Festival, he had to take a few pictures. Since it didn't matter what pictures he took, he decided to just walk through the school. As he went by a class that was doing some kind of Garo Froggy cafe, there was a bit of a fuss. Student after student had asked him for handshakes and autographs. Almost the entire class had known his name. He'd even taken a selfie with a girl who said she was a huge fan of his. When he told her to keep it a secret, she'd given him an innocent smile. That was the way it should be. That was the way normal people were supposed to act. It was only a short while ago that an online friend of his had suggested he come here. When he'd been putting together what he'd found out about the sumo stickers, those fucking brats at the newspaper club here had published just before he did. He'd given up on publishing his own article, but at least decided to show it to someone. When he'd let his friends see it, they suggested he publish it anyway. True, he was confident in the article itself. He'd gotten a very good picture of the sumo sticker at the Love Hotel, which the newspaper club had only been able to get from a distance. There was a chance he'd be called out for plagiarism, but then his friend had continued. You're capable of turning that to your advantage, right? His friend knew him well. Everything would depend on how he handled the interview, but Watabe was confident he could use this to bolster his fame. The ideal result would be to show that the newspaper club were the ones who had copied him. They uploaded their newspaper to Nikoniya all the time, so they were sure to know who he was. If he offered them the chance to help with his articles, they'd jump on it no matter what demands he made. He'd started off at the very bottom and he'd worked his way up this far. He was capable of getting any scoop he wanted. His power was a blessing from heaven for a man who wanted to be a first-rate journalist. In the whole history of journalism, there had never been a case where a net reporter had identified a suspect ahead of the cops, the news, or the magazines. When a writer at a weekly magazine had found a suspect before the police, the whole of Japan went into an uproar. Watabe wanted to surpass that. His one worry was the Love Hotel incident. When he charged into the crime scene and gotten into a fight with the cops there, his camera had gone out of focus and he'd failed to get part of the sumo sticker. He'd used that to get his scoop, but if someone on the police force was paying attention to those stickers, And if they were enough of a weirdo to be paying careful attention to Watabe's articles, they might find something strange.
まあ、大して違ってはいないだろうからな。
People didn't really want to hear the truth. They wanted lies that sounded true, embellished so that they were all the more pleasing. When he heard the sound, he quickly flipped himself back into hard-working, good-natured reporter mode.
はい、どうぞ。どうぞ。
They didn't open the door, nor did they say anything. Watabe grunted, soft enough that they couldn't hear, and then put on a smile as he went to answer the door.
Oh, わからない。
The students all started to panic at once, and the gym was filled with screams. Then Watabe's body fell to the floor, as if in slow motion. His legs were splayed. His eyes were open wide, still full of the terror of death. He was weeping tears of blood. And...
あれは
そんな。
力士シール。
Yes, it was a huge pile of sumo stickers. Watabe was probably already dead, but there were still crumpled sumo stickers pouring out of his mouth. My heart was racing. Beads of cold sweat had formed on my back. I felt a scream welling up in my throat, but something held it back.
警察電話。
Watabe's eyes were motionless, pointing toward nothing in particular. I wanted to look away from this madness, but I couldn't.
警察って何番？そうだ、117。
No, wait. The police were... Wait, what was it? Maybe it was 119?
おい。
When we heard the voice, we were finally able to tear our eyes away from Watabe's body. There was a female student making her way toward us, past the crowds fleeing toward the exits. A female student? No, she felt too grown up for that. And she was wearing a white lab coat. Between that and the sharp look in her eyes, Part of me thought she might be a coroner.
一体何があった？
She slowly looked around the gym. Her gaze stopped at Watabe's body.
あれは？
And then, without moving an eyebrow, she said,
やったのはお前たちか？
なるほどな。じゃあ、被害者渡部さんは、時間になっても体育館に現れなかったと。
Okay. We are now on to chapter 4. And yeah, fuck me, dude. That's all I got to say about that.
はい。そこで、宮代くんと和樹さん、それから有村さんが待っていたところ、彼がいきなり舞台に上がってきて、そこで事件は起きた。間違いないね。
はい。
うん。
After that, things happened fast. The black-haired woman called Detective Shinjo, who contacted the police station. Since our club was supposed to have an interview with him, we were questioned in our club room. During the questioning, we could hear students yelling outside, and the sound of dozens of patrol car sirens, but soon it all faded back into silence. The police had probably sealed off the whole school. There had been no announcement about what was going to happen with the culture festival. But after what had happened, there was no way it wouldn't be shut down.
で、伊藤君と尾上さんは事件の前に渡部さんの控え室へ行ったんだよね。渡部さんとは会わなかったのかい？
Huh? Am I a suspect? That's what Ito must have thought because he suddenly started acting strange.
でも控え室には誰もいなかったんす。な、尾上。
部屋は空っぽでした。
生徒会の役員は渡部さんの世話をしてたはずだろ？
それもいなかったです。
Sarika must have been surprised by the sudden question, because she started to fiddle with her Garo Froggy cell phone strap.
おいお前。不愉快な音を立てるな。うるさい。ごめんなさい。
She must have only then realized that she was doing it, because she quickly took her hand away from the strap.
尾上、落ち着け。誰もお前疑ったりしないって。
ありがとう、タク。
有村さん、二人の言ってることは本当かな？
ええ、嘘じゃないですね。本当に誰もいなかったみたいですよ。
There was no doubt in her voice. From the look on her face, you'd think she knew the whole story. And for some reason, Shinjo seemed to believe her.
そうか、了解だ。
He'd believed every word Arimura had said during the entire questioning. It was kind of strange. Did the two of them trust each other that much?
一応聞いておくが、有村さん。君は体育館に行く前は何をしていたんだ？
何言ってるんですか？直前まであなたたちと一緒にいたはずですけど。もしかして忘れてます？もしそうなら脳の精密検査を受けることをおすすめしますけど。
いや、もちろん分かっているさ。ただ念のためというやつで。
Shinjo scratched his head as if he didn't know how to respond. I take that back. There clearly wasn't any trust between the two of them. In fact, he didn't seem to know how to handle her. Then why would he trust what she said? Something felt strange. And there was one more thing. Arimura had said that she was with Shinjo until right before she came to the gym. But there had been barely any time between Watabe's appearance on the stage and Shinjo's arrival. So what had Shinjo been doing at the culture festival?
まさか、最初から何かが起こると予想してた。
And then he'd gotten in touch with Arimura ahead of time?
状況から考えると、君たちが彼の死に関与していることはなさそうだ。しかし、そうなると誰が？
Who killed Watabe and how?
渡部さんが舞台に上がってきたとき、怪しい人を見たりしていないか？
はい、誰も。
君はどうだ？
The black-haired girl had been leaning against the wall with her arms crossed. She looked up.
残念ながら、私が駆けつけたとき、現場はパニック状態だったからな。
Her voice was as mature and calm as her appearance. She was probably a third-year student, but I'd never seen her around the school before. Maybe the white lab coat was because she was part of the biology club or the science club. But what would a student be doing here with a detective?
まったく、面倒なことだ。お前たちが犯人だったら簡単に済んでよかったんだが。
それ、どういう意味です？
どうもこうも、そのままの意味だ。
私からすれば、あなたの方が怪しいですけど。
私は犯人じゃない。ほら、どうだ。私が嘘をついているかどうか、お前が一番よく分かっているはずだが。
Arimura was clearly annoyed. But the black-haired girl didn't seem to care in the slightest.
まあまあ、久野里さん、それくらいにしといてくれ。
Her name was Kunosato then. Evidently she knew Arimura, but it was clear from the conversation that the two of them didn't get along. And for some reason...
おい、お前。
え？はい、僕ですか。
他に誰がいる？
それは。
さっきから何をジロジロ見ている？
いえ、別に。
だったら下でも向いていろ。鬱陶しい。
I didn't know why, but Kunosato seemed to have it out for me too, not just Arimura.
一体何なんだ?
What did I do? I'd never even met this girl before. Why would she act like this?
いや、待てよ。
Or was I wrong, and we'd actually met somewhere before? Did I do something to tick her off then? It was no good. I tried to remember and couldn't. But strangely,
彼女の声。
it felt like I'd heard that voice somewhere before. But where?
ダメだ。こういう時に限って思い出せない。
It was really bugging me. There was nothing so useless as information that was inside you, but that you couldn't retrieve when you needed it. Information was only valuable if you could use it.
とにかくもう一度確認させてくれ。君たちは舞台の下で対談を待っていた。だがいくら待っても渡部さんは現れず、伊藤君と尾上さんが様子を見に行った。その後しばらくして突然渡部さんが舞台に上がってきて、そこで倒れた。間違いないね。
Homework?
はい。
I suddenly remembered the way Watabe had looked. His eyes were out of focus, but full of terror. He was weeping tears of blood. His hand was stretched out as if seeking help, and the sumo stickers poured out of his mouth, covered in blood and vomit. It was a bizarre scene. I looked over at Arimura, and she must have remembered it too, because she was wincing.
両目から出血。口からは異物を嘔吐か。吐き出したのは力士シールと呼ばれる妙なシールだったな。検視は進んでいるのか、新庄さん。解剖はいつ行われる？
子供たちの前でそこまでは。
子供たちの前か。
Kunosato snorted, annoyed.
まあとにかく君たち新聞部には全員ちゃんとアリバイがある。心配しなくていいからな。
The interview never happened. Watabe died before they got to do the interview. I breathed a sigh of relief. Even if I knew I was innocent, I'd still be terrified of being arrested anyway.
ただ、君と有村君、それと和樹君は、事件を間近で見た目撃者だ。申し訳ないが、所轄の担当者が資料を作るのに協力してほしいと言ってる。
はいはい。やだって言っても、どうせ連れてくんですよね。
いや、別に君たちは被疑者じゃないから、あくまでも協力をだね。
この前もそんなこと言ってましたけど。
しかし、なんだろうな、君たちは。
Shinjo brushed his hand through his bangs. He hadn't cut his hair for a while.
え？何がです？
前回の柿田さんの事件といい、先日の彼女、クルス・ノノさんの死傷事件といい、ここのところ怪しい事件といえば必ず君たちが関わっている。これは偶然なんだろうか。
それは。
He was right. Even ignoring what happened to Kurisu, this was another potential homicide, like revolving dead. But we were just innocent bystanders. I knew that better than anyone.
僕たちは本当にたまたま。
たまたま？
Kunosato interrupted me.
本当にたまたまなのか？お前たちが気づいていないだけで何かある可能性は？事件を呼び寄せるような何かが。
I tried to say something back to her, but couldn't. Her eyes were that cold when she looked at me. Damn it. What was with this girl? I was starting to get angry, and that was enough to get me to open my mouth.
僕、あなたに何か。
なんだ。
But I regretted it immediately. She was scary.
その。
言いたいことがあるならはっきり言え。時間の無駄だ。
じゃあ聞かせてもらいます。けど、僕、あなたに何かしましたか？
ああ？
なんだかすごく嫌われてるような。いや、僕の気のせいだったら、すみません。
気にしない方がいいですよ、先輩。この人は誰に対してもこんな感じですから。
To everyone? Was that true? That was okay then.
誰に対してもというのは違うな。お前たちに対してだけだ。
お前たち？
ああ、そうだ。お前たちだ。
Did she mean me and Arimura? Or...
もしかして以前どこかで。
いや、お前のその辛気臭い顔を見るのは初めてだ。
Damn it. Then why does she have to be such a bitch?
とにかく手口から見て今回の事件もこれまでの猟奇事件との関連性が疑われる。
ニュージェネの狂気の再来すか？
The strange way that Watabe had died, and then the fact that today was October 10th. Just like Shinjo said, it was possible that there was a connection.
ああ、司法解剖の結果を待たなければ断定はできないが、日付と犯行の異常性は一致する。ところで宮代君、聞いてもいいか？
はい、何でしょうか？
あのボードは君たちが？
Shinjo was looking at the map that we'd put together to follow the case.
はい、そうですけど。
ちょっと見せてもらってもいいかな？
Shinjo stood up without waiting for my answer and walked over to the board. Kunosato moved away from the wall and followed him.
これ、どう思う？
そうだな。
The two of them started to whisper to each other. I tried to listen in, but I couldn't make it out. With nothing else to do, I whispered to Arimura.
あのさ、あの久野里って人、うちの生徒なのか？
For some reason, Arimura was staring at me in surprise.
僕、何か変なこと言った？
いえ、先輩がタメ口だったから。
I must have been so distracted by everything else that was going on that I didn't think.
ごめんなさい、つい。
いえ、そのままでいいです。私は前からそうしてくれと言ってましたし。
わかりまし、じゃなくて、わかったよ、有村さん。
有村。
え？
さんもつけなくていいです。
わかった。有村。
First, the two of us had been together at the scene of Watabe's death, and now we had that strange, arrogant woman angry at us. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Maybe that's why I was finally able to talk to her normally.
それで、何の話でしたっけ？
だからあの人。
The two of them were still talking about something in front of the map I'd made.
知らないんですか？先輩と同じ3年生だそうですよ。と言っても、ほとんど学校に来たことないらしいですけど。
学校に来ないって不登校ってこと？
さあ、私もそこまでは。
So she was in my grade, but I was sure I'd never seen her at school. Ito and Kurisu had a lot of connections. Would they know her?
っていうか、そもそも何者なんだ？僕たちのこと嫌ってるみたいだけど。
さあ。
さあって、知り合いなんだろ？
私も、この前会ったばかりで詳しいことは知りません。ただ。
Our conversation was cut off by the sudden sound of a phone.
失礼。
Shinjo took his phone out of his pocket. It was an old Japanese flip phone. Who still used one of those in 2015? I started to worry about whether a wrong-sider like that was capable of solving this case at all.
ああ。そうか。わかった。それじゃ。
Someone must have told him to go somewhere. He folded up his phone and put it back in his pocket, then turned to face us.
俺たちは先に失礼する。君たちの迎えは少し後になると思うが、くれぐれも協力頼むな。
は
あ。わかりました。
だから、そうめんどくさそうな顔するなって。時間がかからないように手は打っておく。それじゃ、頼んだぞ。
Shinjo motioned to Kunosato, and the two of them left the room. As she left, Kunosato gave us one last cold glance. And the room fell silent. No one felt like talking, so we started to take out our phones or read magazines. He'd said it would be a while before the police would arrive to pick us up. The only thing we could do was kill time.
なあ。
Alright, I think we're gonna stop here for tonight. So yeah, I think there's a basketball game I want to watch again tomorrow, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna stream tomorrow. No, and yeah, no Zane. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna stream tomorrow. If I do, it'll be like early, like earlier than I'd normally stream. Why? Nobody would know what the hell that was about. Except you, of course. Yeah. All right, man. Well, don't count on a stream tomorrow. But I should be back Friday to stream, so yeah. So yeah, it'll be the usual programming. Cyberpunk and Chaos Child, so all right. I'll see you again soon. Have a good night.